Crusaders roster, 45 points for Hodgkins, followed by 25 apiece, make it 26 for English and 25 for Garrott. So that is almost like an all-star unit right there.
Here's Hodgkins with a lot of space going toward net. Hodgkins ekes backhand shot, score. A miscommunication on the Saint Anselm end, and Stacey Hodgkins makes him pay. A goal at 2:12 of the first period puts Holy Cross up 1-0.
Oh, a triple deke there, and that's tough to stop, obviously, as Zappen was in a vulnerable position. The defense was caught by surprise. Hodgkin used the speed to get a step, and then a series of moves. Ultimately, the backhand shot finishes it off, and just a brilliant display for Hodgkins, who adds to her points.
Goals, assists, points, leader in all three categories, and tremendous skill from the Michigan native.
Yeah, playing in her final game as well.
Here's O'Quinn off a lucky bounce, in all alone on Zappen. O'Quinn shoots and scores. Another breakdown in the neutral zone for the Hawks, and Rebecca O'Quinn makes it 2-0 Crusaders.
Sixth goal of the season for the junior, and again, it's on a breakaway. Holy Cross getting the step in the neutral zone, and similar to the Hodgkins goal a moment ago, nobody in between O'Quinn and the goaltender Aly Zappen. O'Quinn going far pole low to beat Zappen's kick save attempt to make this 2-0. That has got to cause concern for Kirsten Matthews. Not that two goals have been scored, but the manner in which the two goals have been scored. On the near side wing, about midway through the period, this time on the far side, gets a hooking call in the process and puts the Hawks back on the power play.
Loose puck to the corner off the draw. Zappen sends it out to the right point. Bushi, left point, Coral holding on to it there. Coral in front, tap shot, score! Aly Zappen off the feed from Molly Coral. And with 49 seconds to go in the period, the power play goal makes it 2-1. Right point. And Sylvester can't kick it out of there. Hodgkins able to keep it in. Loose puck, batted back, held by Hodgkins. Out to the right point, here is Panarelli. Cycling it down to English, looking to turn it inside. Garrott shoots and scores. A Holy Cross capitalizes on the power play, and it's 3-1 after the goal from Garrott.
Well, a nice centering feed there. Garrott, perfect position, and was relatively unaccounted for. Got enough elevation on that shot to get it up over the glove save attempt of Zappen, and did not take the Crusaders long to turn what was a borderline penalty at best into a big-time advantage as Holy Cross reestablishes their two-goal lead.
Coral settles it, shoots it, blocked away by Stevenson. Piccarello has the rebound on the backboards. Panarelli coming in, trying to knock it loose. Zapping, going behind the net. Out to Giarusso with a dot, trying to wrist it through, blocked away by Garrott. Good quick close there by the senior. 8 seconds left on the power play. Giarusso steering one front. Bushi missed on the one-timer. Coral shoots and scores! Molly Coral finds the junk in traffic and deposits it for a power play goal. It's now 3-2 in favor of the Crusaders.
And it comes on a long rebound. Coral on the weak side along with the Crusaders' Rachel Miller. Coral got in front of Miller and knew what to do with it. Redirected it up high, and a beautiful slapper to make this once again a one-goal contest. That officially, I believe, is even strength. The power play had just expired.
Sullivan's long pass, glove down just over the blue line. Here's Hodgkins swooping in. Hodgkins, a wrist shot, just missed, picking the top corner. So dangerous every time she touches the puck. Panarelli goes down, 2-on-1 the other way. Here's Piccarello dropping it off. Giarusso to Winters, one-time score! Courtney Winters, tic-tac goal, and we're tied at 3.
Well, that's how it's done. Odd man rush. Piccarello unselfishly goes middle to Giarusso as the defender closes out, and then Rosemarie knows what to do. Feeding Winters, who timed it perfectly, aimed it exactly up over the left shoulder of the goaltender Stevenson, and we are tied. That is a beautiful way to even things out. And once again, that first line that has been so concrete solid all year long for Coach Matthews delivers in the clutch here with under 6 minutes to play in the second period.
Shellicombe with it. It's dug out by Bushi. Gallagher holds it in at the blue line. And now stepping forward to give it a whack. That was Bouchy again. Lacombe with a nice stick handling move. Carries it out to center. Lacombe tried to lead Heron into the zone, but Heron's going off for a line change. 3 minutes into the third period, still 3-3 after the Hawks able to kill off a bunch of penalty time. Here's Piccarello off the bench, centering pass. Giarrusso gathers, fires, and scores! Rosemary Giarrusso gives the Hawks the lead for the first time today. Set up by Piccarello, and it's 4-3 St. A's.
Oh, you just can't teach that. That is just pure talent, pure skill, and pure concentration by the junior. That fires up this crowd, fires up the bench, and fires up everybody with a rooting interest for St. A's watching worldwide here on StAnselmHawks.tv. History in the making here. One of the greatest, perhaps the greatest player to don a Hawks uniform, Rosemary Giarrusso, coming through when her team needs her most, giving the Hawks their first lead.
From both of them. Hodgkins, reverse pass, English to the half wall, drops it off. Panarelli has to go through her skates. Zappen off to the races. Aly Zappen looking for the shorthanded goal. Zappen shoots and scores! Aly Zappen's second goal of the game, a shorthanded goal, and it's 5-3 St. A's. Oh, what a big play by the senior Zappen. Her sister in goal. And Aly comes up with the big score to make it a 2-goal Hawk lead.
And a big mistake there by Panarelli, I believe, was the defenseman who let the puck go through her legs there. And the awareness shown by the senior, the California native Zappen, didn't hesitate, pounced right on it. Speed, momentum, allowed her to catch up to the puck in the neutral zone, and then a whole lot of ice between her and the goaltender, and a great move to finish it off. Stevens in a rather helpless position.
The freshman Nicholson gathers off the boards to Tiffany Heron. Piccarello, a backhander, through a couple Holy Cross Ds, and it just goes wide of the net. Klimasowiski trying to dig it out. A shove from behind, no call. As the Hawks trying to dig it out, a shot and a score. Tiffany Heron puts in the empty netter, and that is all she wrote. Saint Anselm with a huge comeback, and Klimasowiski has to be restrained here.
Yeah, she needs to calm down.
Saint Anselm with a huge comeback here on home ice. They're going to take down the ECAC Open title. Bridget Sylvester, the St. A's captain, with a word for the official. Zappen wins the draw. Coral, a one-time shot from Zhevnik is blocked. Loose puck in front. Zappen scores! It's a hat trick for Aly Zappen, and a hat hits the ice. 7-3 with 4 seconds to go as the Hawks players pile on Aly Zappen, and what a finish for the senior from Huntington Beach, California.
Yeah, if you're the Hawks, you could not have written a better ending in advance than what we've seen in this third period. 4-0 in the frame, 6 unanswered goals since about the midway point. It has just been all Hawks since that 3-1 margin at one point favoring Holy Cross, and nice hustle there by Zappen as well. Saw the loose puck and just went after it.
And they're just going to run the final seconds off the clock here. The St. Anselm bench pours out onto the ice, piling on Amy Zappen. Her sister Aly with a hat trick. Well, about a month ago, the Hawks dominated Holy Cross 6-0 here at Sullivan Arena. It wasn't quite as easy this time. They gave up a couple goals early, went down 3-1. But in the end, St. Anselm, with another 6-goal rally, can celebrate the 2011-2012 ECAC Open champions, the St. Anselm Hawks.
Yeah, and a lot of accolades to go around as well. Let's start in net, where Zappen really almost had 2 perfect periods. Gave up the power play goal early in the second, but was flawless after that. The defense limited the amount of shots that she had to stop by and large throughout all 3 periods of this game. And then, of course, the attack spearheaded by Giarrusso. Piccarello with 3 assists. And then, of course, the hat trick for Zappen, who came in with just 5 goals all season, scores 3 more in the final game of her career. A storybook ending for the California native. The defense played well. Congratulations all around, and the third time's the charm in terms of this ECAC final. After dropping the 2 previous championship games, the Hawks get their sweet revenge on home ice.
Well, it was the two Zappen sisters who eventually get the job done. Amy in goal, Aly on the forward with the hat trick, and she's had a very good career. You know, you look at her numbers. She had one of her 5 goals early on this season came against Holy Cross. A lot of her scoring was done early. She really hadn't picked up a point in a while, but comes through on the biggest stage. Aly Zappen a hat trick to lead Saint Anselm past Holy Cross. Rosemary Giarusso outstanding as well. Had a goal and an assist through 2 periods and got the game winner in the 3rd period to help Saint Anselm out on top. Here is they're going to announce Holy Cross will come out and stay out to take a picture as the runner-up here. And a chance to look at the Crusaders and the Hawks and a little bit going forward for both these teams as Holy Cross wraps up their year 19-4-3 overall. Among their 4 losses, 2 to Norwich, which won the ECAC East.
Regular season.
2 to Saint Anselm.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, very talented group led by Hodgkins, one of the greatest players really in conference history, certainly in Holy Cross history. She shined today, scored the initial goal, but in the end, it's the Hawks' night to celebrate. And what a way for these 8 seniors. Again, the largest graduating class in women's hockey history here at Saint Anselm. What a way for them to go out and in the future, when they look back at their career here, I think that their first and probably fondest memory will have taken place here tonight with the championship.
The all-tournament team being announced right now. The goaltender for the all-tournament team, Aaron Stevens of St. Michael's College, who had an outstanding couple days of 2.5 goals against average and a better than 93% save percentage
and
for the Purple Knight goalie.
77 stops, too, which seems a little ridiculous.
And the defenseman for the the all-tournament team, Molly Coral for St. Anselm, and Nicole Palazzo for Sacred Heart. Palazzo 2 goals, 1 in each of the 2 games she played. Stacy Hodgkins and Caroline English, 2 of the 3 forwards on the all-tournament team, and then the ECAC Open MVP and 3rd forward we expect is going to be Rosemary Giarusso, the junior from Royal Palm Beach, Florida. The game-winning goal today for the Hawks.
Yeah, she has been outstanding all season long. Another great tournament, and scored the game-winning goal. Great players make great plays in big situations, and that's what we saw from the junior Giarusso.
The most outstanding player being announced right now, it is indeed Rosemary Giarusso. So she is the ECAC Open MVP for the 2011-2012 season. Another outstanding year, and well, as we would expect, one more to come for the Royal Palm Beach, Florida native.
Yeah, kind of scary when you think of it like that. I mean, she has made an impact from day one, has notched one of the greatest individual scoring season in St. A's history, and is now number 2 on the all-time list, with number 1 in sight for the final chapter, which will be next season, her senior campaign. So Giarusso perhaps having her biggest moment, though, of the 3-year career today, early on in that 3rd period, scoring the go-ahead and ultimately game-winning goal.
Well, a terrific send-off for these St. Anselm seniors. Aly Zappen, Angela Zhevnik, Bridget Sylvester gathering at center ice now to take a picture with the ECAC Open trophy and the banner. And a terrific send-off for 8 St. Anselm seniors: Sammy Tatu, Michelle Lacombe, Bridget Sylvester, Angela Zhevnik, Marissa Serafino, Molly Coral, Aly Zappen, and Amy Zappen. Going out champions here, St. Anselm Hawks, your 2011-2012 ECAC Open champions. I want to pass along a couple final thanks for all of the work this weekend. An outstanding 5 hockey games here this weekend at StAnselmHawks.tv. We want to thank the Assistant Director of Athletic Communications here at St. Anselm, Griffin Spencer, Eric Copeland, the Director of Athletic Communications, Tyler Fleming, St. Anselm's Athletics Director, our outstanding producing team of Katie Demergen and Devin Langen. We would not be on the air without them. And, of course, Nick and Estes, thank you for joining me for these games here this weekend.
Thank you, sir. The pleasure was mine.
All right, a terrific weekend ends in a championship for St. Anselm. The women's hockey team knocks off Holy Cross in the ECAC Open final. The final score 7-3. And the Hawks go out champions in 2011-2012. The men's Northeast 10 Hockey Championship will be next Saturday. Log on to SaintAnselmHawks.com for more information. We'll see you next weekend right back here at SaintAnselmHawks.tv, powered by the PAC Network.